Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we are back, and we have not spoken. We have not stopped speaking about this movie for the last 24 hours. We're about to start beginning part two, which is probably the last bit of the movie.
Because what has caught my attention a lot is
Yeah.
that what is happening to this little boy
Yeah.
is happening around the world.
Yeah, yeah.
In every corner of the world where you have people, you may find
Little ones
children like
this.
him.
Yeah, yeah.
Probably in well-developed countries, is very well attended.
little
There's
bit easier.
awareness. In poor countries and developing countries, the story is way different.
Harsher.
Man,
Yeah. Okay, let us continue.
let's see what's happening next.
आपको क्या लगता है उसकी प्रॉब्लम क्या है?
प्रॉब्लम उसका रवैया और क्या हमेशा बदमाशी तेवर ही तेवर कभी कोई बात ही नहीं सुनेगा
मैं आपसे उसका प्रॉब्लम पूछ रहा हूँ, आप मुझे सिम्टम बता रहे हैं। आप बता रहे हैं बच्चे
Tell me his symptoms.
को पैटर्न देखा कोई
Any other parents
Pattern.
will
काय का pattern?
will
सब गलतियां
fall
गलतियां
in that defensive
फिर आप
mode.
पैटर्न पहचान नहीं पाए।
Because you're saying there's been patterns of behavior, but they haven't noticed them.
ये बी की जगह डी तो डी की जगह बी, एक जैसे दिखने वाले अक्षरों के बीच में कंफ्यूजन।
एक जैसे शब्दों को मिक्सअप करता है। ये टीओपी टॉप बन गया पीओटी पॉट। क्यों करते हैं वो ऐसा? बेवकूफ है, आलसी है।
No.
Definitely not.
ईशान वो एप्पल पढ़ ही नहीं पाता शायद, इसलिए मतलब नहीं समझ पाता।
Yeah, because
Yeah, but the problem is that he's depressed now.
now we have to go step by step now. Yeah.
ये अहम जरूरत ईशान पूरी नहीं कर पा रहा है।
Yeah.
ऐसा कुछ नहीं है ये सब बहाने हैं पढ़ाई टालने
Nah, dog. Jesus.
जरा ये पढ़िए, मिस्टर अवस्थी।
I can't.
ये कैसे पढ़
Bloody Chinese.
क्या बेकार की बात कर रहे हैं मैं कैसे पढ़ सकता हूँ
आप बदतमीजी कर रहे हैं, आपका रवैया ठीक नहीं है,
ये
आप शैतानी कर रहे हैं।
You see, it's exactly the same.
Yep. Do you see that now, sir? He's just a kid. He's learning the
कैसी
world.
कैफियत होती होगी
Exactly.
ईशान की। अक्षर ही समझ में नहीं आते।
Yeah.
Yes.
I had a
इस पढ़ने लिखने की तकलीफ को
dyslexia. There you go.
डिसलेक्सिया कहते हैं।
I had a friend that went through it. He just had eyesight issues,
साथ और भी
and they only found out later on.
जैसे
It
कि
happened to your mom when she
मल्टीपल
was in
इंस्ट्रक्शन
school.
समझने में दिक्कत।
She was always pushed to read and understand, but the problem was that her sight was short.
She couldn't see.
Yeah, and she couldn't see, and the headache was, growing with the days,
Yeah.
and was concerning.
Right.
And then her dad and her grandma took action,
Right.
and sent her to
Yeah, 'cause-
check the eyes.
A lot of the times it's simply because of stubbornness, of lack of paying attention to the little one, that you may simply ignore, and the issue, and actually the solution to the issue might be something as
But
simple as
the problem here is on repeat around the world. It's what I'm telling you. It's the parenting attitude.
yeah,
It's not the boy's behavior.
No.
It's the parenting reaction.
yeah. Damn, we get fucking heated up, dog.
जरा सोचिए, वो सारी चीजें नहीं कर पाता जो उसकी उम्र के बच्चे बड़ी आसानी से कर लेते हैं।
Frustrating, yeah.
क्या बीतती होगी उस पर?
He just needed a hug and be held by the hand.
उनके लिबास में लपेटकर दुनिया से लड़ता होगा हर रोज। क्यों बताऊं दुनिया को कि नहीं आता, नहीं करना क्या कि टाल नहीं दो। बड़ों से तो सीखते हैं बच्चे।
Yep. Put on a fake mask.
अब तो ये गदर भी कुचल दिया गया है वहाँ।
Yeah, his spirit is now
exactly.
crushed, though. Yeah.
He's
मुझे अफसोस है,
depressed.
उसने पेंटिंग करना बंद कर दिया।
तो आप ये कह रहे हैं मेरा बेटा नॉर्मल नहीं है मेंटली रिटार्डेड क्या बनेगा बड़ा होकर वो कैसे बराबरी कर पाएगा इस दुनिया के साथ क्या सारी उम्र में से घर पे बैठ के खिलाता रहूंगा
It's interesting how this movie presents moral issues, societal issues,
Yeah.
in such a simple manner, and it's easy to follow. But also, I presume this is probably,
Yeah, but it's difficult for us to speak about that.
I presume this is
दुनिया बसी है।
probably commentary on Indian society, on how they
exactly.
feel Indian society
It's
works.
difficult for us to produce an opinion.
Yeah, 'cause we're not from there.
Exactly. We don't know what culturally is.
Yeah.
हर उंगली को खींचकर लंबी करने में लगे हैं सब। लगे रहो, चाहे उंगली क्यों ना टूट जाए।
Those who break get punished.
Look at the boy. So cute.
So that's baby Ishan.
Yeah.
Ooh, I wonder who the female singer is in the background. Let's go, kid.
Yeah, Mama, I knew that. Mama watching, yeah, I knew that. That's when you understand what a broken heart is,
Yeah.
especially from a mother's
Perspective.
side.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you must understand this beyond my abilities, because obviously I grew up with a very traditional and
Yeah.
good family, if I say so myself. But you grew up in a single parent household, right?
Yeah.
बताते थे लिखना पढ़ना थका देता उसको दुखड़े अपने सुनाता वो किसको भेजा
It's a
फुल
very
था,
risky
स्टार्टर गुल था,
action what
ऊपर से
he's
एबीसी डिस्को
Yeah.
doing, you know.
As long as he protects him and doesn't reveal who it is.
But it's, the boy feels he is exposed.
Yeah. Well, up until let's see
Let's
the
see,
ending.
let's see, yeah.
थियरी जो सुनी जहां ने सारा जहां पिघला बोलो बोलो कौन है वो
Einstein, I think he's going to talk about.
Listen the heartbeat.
Yeah.
Albert Einstein.
करेक्ट राजन एल्बर्ट आइंस्टाइन जीनियस महान साइंटिस्ट जिसने दुनिया को
Was he actually dyslexic? Mm-hmm. Oh, wow.
द ब्राउनियन मोशन किस महान हस्ती ने दुनिया को इलेक्ट्रिसिटी से रोशन किया
Edison. Thomas.
Elon Musk!
Come on, this is serious, man.
Sorry.
आओ बैठो ईशान नहीं लाइट रहने दो एडिसन भाई की रोशनी हम पर पड़ती रहे
Oh, how nice.
दिमाग उनके जरा हटके थे आसपास वालों को बर्दाश्त नहीं हुआ तकलीफें खड़ी कर दी इसके बावजूद वो जीते और ऐसे जीते कि दुनिया देखती रह गई
That's what I was mentioning at the beginning in part one. It's so bizarre. The world does nothing but punish them.
पत्थर लकड़ी कचरा कुछ जानते हो उन सारे लोगों में एक और नाम था जो मैंने नहीं लिया
Me.
शायद इसलिए कि वो नाम इतना महान नहीं
Such a great actor, the boy.
राम शंकर निकुम
Yeah.
मुझे भी बचपन में पढ़ने लिखने की तकलीफ थी मेरे पिताजी मुझे समझ नहीं पाए उनको लगता था कि मैं शैतानी कर रहा हूँ जानबूझ के नहीं पढ़ रहा हूँ ये टफर इडियट क्या कर पाएगा
Jesus.
आज जो हूँ तुम्हारे सामने हूँ ईशान
What a wonderful way of teaching an individualistic lesson. However, there's value in it for the group too. Come on, kid. On your way to your first
Achievement.
achievement, yeah.
Whatever you do is gonna be an achievement.
Or boat.
Yeah, look at that. He's building a boat.
Or a nuclear reactor. Oh, it's one of those planes that goes in the water.
Functional.
Works, yeah. Yeah, it's a long road.
किसने बनाया किसने बनाई
We saw Freda taking credit.
Yeah, he's so afraid, scared.
Every time-
Absolutely scared.
Every time he ever created something, the world just punished him. Yeah, but that is a joke creation. That is clean, dog. I'd have to watch like 3 hours worth of YouTube tutorials.
तो फिर स्पेशल स्कूल ही सही जगह उसके लिए क्यों
Those Adidas.
नो सर
No.
ही इज अ चाइल्ड विद अबव एवरेज इंटेलिजेंस उसे पूरा हक है एक नॉर्मल स्कूल में रहने का उसे बस जरा सी मदद चाहिए हमसे हर किस्म के बच्चे चाहे जो भी उनका
Exactly, you
प्रॉब्लम
know.
हो
It's happening
Yeah,
around
no
the
matter
world,
their,
yes.
but also no matter their problems, they study together. Could have a genius in your hands and
सर कुछ वक्त तक उसकी स्पेलिंग्स उसकी लिखावट को नजरअंदाज किया जाए उसके टेस्ट जबानी लिए जाए ज्ञान तो ज्ञान होता है सर चाहे वो जबानी हो या लिखित
Interesting.
tweak their evaluations while he's also working on his weaknesses.
Yeah, without breaking the rules.
Yep.
Just bending it.
They're gonna build such a wonderful relationship. Innovative ways.
Oh.
Oh, interesting. Kinesthetic awareness.
Yeah.
Very interesting. Not very frequently used. Yeah, this reminds me so much of when I was struggling with mathematics. And it generally took a special teacher to give me extra attention because I couldn't understand English.
Mighty
Mighty nice.
Bit of patience
Yeah, it just takes
and
that.
lots of love.
Yeah. Yeah, and you're stimulating him cognitively. That's a great
Yes.
picture.
Because he understands it, from first hand.
Yeah.
Look.
Oh
Vincent
wow, they're
van
looking
Gogh.
at. Interesting. They're looking at iconic paintings.
ख्याल करना बहुत जरूरी है मिस्टर अवस्थी. इसमें इलाज की शक्ति है.
Yeah.
एक मरहम है जिससे दर्द मिटता है.
Indeed. I hope you're here to see your kid as well, dog.
ये कि उसका कोई ख्याल करता है. एक आध झप्पी प्यार भरी पप्पी. ये दिखाने को कि मैं ख्याल.
Exactly what I told you.
Love.
Lots of love.
Yeah.
सोलोमन आइलैंड्स में जब आदिवासियों को जंगल का कोई हिस्सा साफ करना होता है खेती के लिए, तो वो पेड़ दरख्तों को काटते नहीं हैं और जी भर के गालियां देते हैं, कोसते हैं. पेड़ मुरझा जाता है, अपने आप ही मर जाता है.
Don't neglect your little one, dude. That's a good philosophy for just your loved ones. It doesn't just have to be a child. Yeah, certainly not a family movie, is it? It's like a...
No, it's a very adulthood.
Yeah, it's like a...
One, come all, teachers and students, theatre, amphitheater.
Nice.
Um,
Come on! Hug him! Jesus. It's hard for some dads, right?
Yes.
Father and I were discussing prior to the movie, because this movie, it sparks a lot of memories for Father. Some quite personal and probably, not appropriate to speak about unless you want to. But I guess you did somehow experience something very similar to this, because you didn't have a dad that kind of would pick you up from school
Exactly.
or would teach you how to
I
read.
know exactly what it means.
Yeah,
I didn't have dyslexia,
yeah,
but I didn't have a father.
yeah.
And
Were you struggling when you were young? I think you said yes, right?
yes. One thing is a house, and another way different is a home.
Correct. Yeah.
And I'm not sure, I can't speak for him, but I think my father was on a different perspective of what a family was,
Right.
and abandoned us so easily. It was going to produce a damage. Not in the near future, but in long term.
Yeah.
And it happened to me.
Yeah.
I was the victim. Not because I chose it. No, it's because it's the effect
Yeah.
of what the parenthood is about with their kids. What is happening here in the movie is what I lived when I was his age. So I wanted my father to hug me. I wanted him to guide me, to take me to school, to take me to the sports center.
Teach you how to read, teach you how to
Yeah,
write.
and you know who I found?
Who?
My uncle.
Right.
And this uncle that I love with my bones,
Yeah.
with my bone marrow, he took me to
Yeah.
to the sports center to see the best athletes in Venezuela.
Yeah.
Man, up and down with that man.
Yeah.
My father.
Right.
He took the role of my father. But as a child, I didn't understand it well.
Yeah.
Only when I grew up and I was about 21 years old,
Yeah.
it hit me hard. There's no more.
Well, I
The
guess-
the father that you have is the one you have in front.
Yeah. It's funny because I guess your character arc, if you look at it in that perspective, it's that even though you grew up without a father, but you did grow up with a father figure, you've closed the circle because you have raised. I have been raised by a father. You know what I mean? And the father that I guess only a son could say this, but it's like a father that you feel it's that was there during all those moments when I was struggling with maths, when I'm struggling to
I
write.
was
read.
there to support you because I know
What it's
I
like
know
when
the
you're
value.
not. Yeah.
I know
yeah.
the value of that.
Yeah. Let's
Yeah,
go.
from the very beginning.
Yeah.
When you being toddler,
Yeah.
if you fall, support you to stand up again and to clean your knees and to clean your clothes and go, keep going.
Keep going, kid. Dude, this kid must have won awards because he is amazing.
Yeah, he's amazing.
Probably one of
He
the
is
best
amazing.
child performances I've seen. It's just a shame he's had to learn how to become a man, essentially. This is a story of manhood alone. But I guess he did have a figure next to him, his teacher. Oh, wonderful.
Well, Mother Nature is honestly a very inspiring thing for me as well.
That's, dude,
Yeah.
gorgeous musical score, man.
Mm-hmm.
You have finally convinced me to become a Sunday painter.
Welcome, man. Welcome.
I love that gesture in India. You know, you
Yes,
say
yes.
hello. It's so beautiful. But that's just a hello. What the hell?
राजन, ईशान कहाँ है?
पता नहीं सर, वो तो सबके उठने से पहले ही हॉस्टल से निकल गया।
What?
अच्छा?
He's at the pond.
Maybe he's still painting, maybe?
Oh, you see, he's not gonna win.
Oh, that stuff. That's horrible. It looks like a potato. You look like me, but backwards.
राजन कहाँ है वो?
पता नहीं सर, मैंने बताया ना, सबके उठने से पहले ही हॉस्टल से निकल गया।
I like a lot the symbolism behind Rajan's character overall. Everyone has their own set of challenges. And everyone must
Look at
face
that,
the
look at
world
that.
head on.
He's coming down. Look at him.
Him and his big ass ears. Come on, kid.
He needs
Space as well.
kind of isolation
Yeah, yeah.
to work in his own world.
Oh, his gifts. Do you remember the coloring that? Or it was his brother that gave him watercolors.
Yes. What his
Water.
brother?
Yeah, Johan.
Watercolors. I like those chords.
Yeah, me too. Oh, I want to know this song. So many similarities between them, right? Even the casted, it's been very well casted because they look quite similar sometimes. Several gems. Like Johnny's smart ass kid.
It's where the point is. Yes, that's the point. I told you he's gonna come with something from that landscaping.
Yeah.
मिल गया खो गया था जो से
One person can impact
Yeah.
his life. That's beautiful.
जी हाँ बच्चों, ये जो आपके निकुम सर है ना, हार गए।
Look how happy he looks.
को चित करने वाला शिष्य है नन्हा मुन्ना 9 साल का
9.
ईशान नंद किशोर अवस्थी आपका।
Let's go. Yeah, that kid heavily needed a win in his life.
It's revealing. Yes, absolutely
He
revealing.
needs it. Where is he? It's like, holy shit.
Difficult to find him.
Yeah, it's hard to receive a compliment and a triumph when you've been beaten down so much. This is the first time someone's ever told him, well done, kid, you've done something good.
Yeah.
First time in the whole movie.
Yeah.
Of course, he's gonna be weirded out, you know? Still a long road for him. But, I love this character. He doesn't want the world to see him weak, but yes. Dude, that kid is so good. What the fuck?
Yeah, he's breaking my heart.
Gorgeous. Beautiful scene.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
That's it, man.
Yeah, Jesus, release the pressure, because oh my God.
Ishan's parents?
Oh, Ishan. Your lad, eh? Mighty spirited boy, I must
Yep.
say. Now that's progress. Math, grammar,
What's a
and
painter?
what a painter.
Yeah.
A real discovery.
He's a lovely boy. Just look after him.
Yes. Love him. Just love the kid. Look at him through the eyes of love.
Look at the haircut.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, maybe lose the hair, kid. You look like a shark.
Are you on?
That's it, man. That's the journey. I hope this movie doesn't come around and all of a sudden the guy has like a... Nikom has like a terminal disease or something. Oh, I'm glad they brought this song back. Yes, a champion.
Very meaningful.
Yeah, they use a lot of symbolism in this movie. It's unbelievable. Very well made. Thanks to all those children, parents, and teachers who share their lives with us and opened windows for us to see clearly. So they actually, because they actually at the beginning they'd say that they use schools, real schools,
Yes.
To record this. And so that's amazing. I guess
Because that's
the brutal reality.
Yeah, the reality. You know.
Yeah.
It's difficult to deal with that.
Yeah. What a fantastic movie.
Yeah, without doubt, because it's showing a very tough reality.
Yep.
How countries like India have to deal with this kind of conditions.
Yep.
And Venezuela in the 80s, 90s, it was a developing country and not even close to a well-developed country. But there was awareness
Right.
already. The education system was well adapted to attend a significant number of students with special requirements. Dyslexia was a
one of them.
phenomenon. Yes, it was a phenomenon and was growing a very fast pace.
Yeah. This is essentially a story, being told to not only create a wonderful piece of filmography, but also it's a story with essence and an actual real message behind it. And again, there's so many things about the movie that I think are probably commentary or societal commentary on perhaps Indian culture. And it's so intriguing as foreigners, as people who are looking at it from an outside in. Because we know nothing about the culture of India.
Exactly.
The only thing that we've ever been exposed to is music, and it would be very, very, very wrong of me to presume that I know anything about India. And I guess that's why the movies...
So revealing for us.
Yeah.
Especially for me.
Yeah.
Because I think about the numbers.
Yeah, dude.
1 billion people living in the same country. Can you imagine the kind of problems?
Yeah. Again, I think the movie's done a very good job of not only presenting us perhaps somewhat of an insight into Indian culture, also some of the difficulties of both the educational system, the feelings as well of just overall, this is more of a worldwide perspective, I guess, of, we do seem to reward the exceptions of the rules later on in life when they have been developed in that sense, because we create these systems that artists do get worshipped and creators get worshipped and the musicians get worshipped, but during their development and more important stages when they're children, more times than not, they seem to be punished and left behind. And then perhaps we could have had so many more great discoveries in humanity, or perhaps we could have had so many more great musicians and artists if simply we would have rewarded them from an earlier age, or not even rewarded them, but take them by the hand through their development. In case you couldn't, we didn't make it clear enough. A fantastic movie, and
it is, definitely,
a wonderful piece of cinema. Yes,
very heart touching.
I couldn't have thought to do this with anyone better than Father. I wish actually we had Mother in the room, but she doesn't like to be on cameras. Waleska will be back soon, and we promise that in January we will start nice and strong, and I think we have now discovered a way to start publishing more content on this channel, as we have other channels coming up as well. I have to say from the bottom of my heart, thank you so much for all the support that you guys have given us throughout this whole year on this new endeavor. It's actually somewhat scary when you open a new channel and you do something new. I'm pretty sure Father can play testament to the stress and kind of the fear that new endeavors and things. So we're so grateful that we have somewhat of I guess, a fan base, you guys, the community that really support us behind everything we do. So thank you so much for that. I would have never imagined we were going to be discovering movies or cinematography from India. And the journey has just begun, because as my objective is for us to become so vastly knowledgeable of cinematography and music from all over the world that we can hopefully then start stretching our arms to other parts of the world where they may not be aware of this beautiful art.
The dream is growing.
Yes, yes.
Naturally.
And I want to garner true raw knowledge in this sense, and before we go travel to all these places, hopefully then, become knowledgeable enough so I can tell stories to my kids, so I can tell them and introduce them to arts from all over the world, and then hopefully I can introduce other, thousands of people to meaningful art and meaningful stories that are worth learning from and are worth watching.
Yeah, because your generation has a very big challenge.
Okay.
In the near future.
Okay.
You need to keep the family together.
Yeah, yeah.
And that's a very difficult situation.
Yeah, those traditional values have seemed to be getting, slowly lost. But yeah, let us know what you guys thought about it. And if there's any other movies you'd like us to check out after the New Year's, we'll be more than happy to. I hope everyone is doing well. Thank you so much for the support. Thank you, Father, for joining me.
No problem. It's my pleasure. It's my pleasure.
Thank you so much.
And guys, if you don't want me here anymore, please say it. No problem.
Maybe I think I would love to bring you back. And I mean, at least to me, this is so meaningful and so cool. We barely watch movies together. Because movies is not really the thing we do. We play sports or we work out, play music. But movies, we rarely have time to sit down and do this. So this is like low-key a life hack, because I get to watch wonderful movies and review them, and then people get to watch them with me, and we get to build something cool. So thank you so much for all the support, and adios. Goodbye.